Hello guys. I'm gonna be doing a quick garden tour. So let me start with my propagation of my coleuses. I need to pot these out, guys. They're all rooted. I need to pot them up. So yeah, these are some of the coleus. And these here were some droppings from some bug that was eating my other coleus that I was trying to propagate, and it chewed up a couple of my leaves, but the bug went away. And yeah, so these are rooted also. I need to pot these up. And my triangularis, they're doing pretty good. Have some pretty blooms. Pretty blooms there. Got another one here. And my aglaonema is doing good. I have another one over here. And this one is giving me a shoot right there. So that's pretty good, because I would like for this to be a little bit fuller, because I put one plant each in the pot. And I have another propagation going on with some coleus here, and they need to be potted up. They are rooted. Yeah, all of these are rooted. They need to go into pots, because I've been trying to catch, especially this one. I love this one. And my spider plant, this is like on my veranda, my little porch area. And my spider plant is doing well. I have another aglaonema here. She's doing well. You know, I got it with the leaves. Some of the leaves were kind of, I didn't cut it off. I just left it there. Eventually it will die off. I left it there for photosynthesis. And what I noticed, I keep covering the roots and it keeps coming back up. So I don't know if it likes that, but I might probably top it off with a little bit more dirt. If it keeps doing that, I'm just gonna leave it. And this plant here, I took it out of the sun. I think it was getting too much sun, so I put it right here by my step. And I don't know if there's gonna be any progress with it as yet, but I'm assuming, because this one has so many light variegation, it doesn't look so good. But I'm hoping by me putting it here in the shade, it will do better. I went back to the University of Cape Coast Nursery, and I got these again, because the one that I have over here, it left me with one leaf. And if I transplanted it into a bucket, and if it doesn't do well, I won't be buying it again. It's just not, it's too sensitive, and I won't be spending money on it anymore. So that will be my last plant I'm buying. So I'm hoping that it catches on. I have some more propagation of coleus going on here. And this guy here, I bought it from, one of my roadside nurseries. And oh no, guys, it's not doing well. I have trimmed up a lot of dead leaves, and here's another crispy one. There's another crispy one right here. So I put it in the shade. I'll see what it does. And I got some more pineapples that are rooted. Those need to go to the land to go into the ground. And those are my Christmas cactus. Not doing bad at all. Everything looking good so far, so good. And even though I'm not at the tomato tree yet, guys, I noticed on my tomato plant, the black cherry tomato, I have some like spider mites on there, and they're under the leaves. So I plucked most of the leaves off, and some of the leaves, I don't know, it's like I'm getting like some leaf curl. Some of the leaves are kind of curled over, and I noticed that I'm having a little pest issue. So I plucked a lot of them off, and I'm going to be putting that into the trash because that won't be going into my compost at all. So there's nothing much out here to show you, but I took I think I mentioned this in a previous video. I took the air layer off that guava tree, and the guava is done now. I think I only see one guava on that tree. So yeah, the guava is done with. And then I planted some red onion bulb. Well, it was some sets. I think that's what they call them, sets. Because I had some onions that was sprouting, and then I did it in water, and see, they're swelling up, guys. So I have just a few here. I'm just trying them out to see if I'm going to get anything. And so far, yeah, guys, they're swelling up. And I put them out here in this full sun area. The custard apple tree is not looking wonderful. That's why maybe I keep having failed air layer. Look at the disease. There's some kind of disease on that branch. And I noticed, like, when I did the air layer too, like some of the air layer branches, they just die off. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. So I did an air layer right here. It didn't take, and then the whole entire limb is just dead. So I don't know what's up with that. It just dies. All right, keep it moving. I also took the air layer off of the you know what, let me go back to the guava tree. So I took the air layer off of the guava, and I have a little snippet of what the air layer looked like when I planted it. So hold tight. Okay, so I air layering some more soursop. I haven't checked to see if there's any roots as yet. I'm gonna do that at the end of the month. But I noticed that there's a kind of disease. I don't know, guys. Even it seems like it's a certain disease with these type of species, like for the soursop, the sweet sop, and the custard apple, because they're kind of in the same family. And I noticed that they've been having like these type of problems, and a lot of them resulted in me had to trim this tree up, because they started off like somewhere like in this area, and then it started getting black, and then I had to trim it off, and it's going into the main branch. So I put some fungicide on it. So I'm just gonna see what is gonna happen. So I snipped the air layer off of this soursop here, because remember, guys, I tried to air layer that branch, and it's not looking good. It seems like it's gonna die. But I think these trees are in drought, because they have a pile of stone here, and I don't think it get much water. They don't water the trees. So the air layer of the soursop came from right here, and you see it's already shooting out some little babies right there. And I'll show you a video of when I took it off and what it looked like. So guys, this is the soursop air layer that I succeeded on. It's a smaller branch, but hey, I can't complain. I got a few more. I don't know if they're gonna catch, but this one I was lucky to catch. And I'm gonna be planting this one up. So basically I have a 5-gallon Home Depot bucket beside it, so you can have a general idea of the size. So yeah, it's a pretty good piece of branch that I have here. And this one, as you saw, came from the bottom of that mother tree. So I'm gonna go ahead and pot this guy up, and I'll continue with the video. So beautiful roots here, and yeah. Okay, so moving right along. Seems like the coconuts are falling off the tree. It's my landlord's coconut tree. Okay, so there's a school right next door to this, across the street, so you might hear some kids in the background. And this is the palms here. They're looking good. I just watered. It's cloudy today. And this is what the guava is looking like now. I had to trim up some of the, like the tips. Some tips like kind of died back, so I had to trim. Even here, it's a little bit dead, this little tip here. But it's catching along. Now I'm seeing roots up on the top here. So I'm going to use a little bit of dirt to cover that. A little bit of soil. I didn't see any roots coming out of the bottom. So this part is where it was brushing against the block wall. So it's going to have this defect, which I'm okay with. It's pretty solid. So that was the part that was hanging over the fence. And this is the soursop. It dropped a lot of leaves, but now it seems to like leveling off. It's leveling off right now, guys. It dropped a lot of leaves, so I'm hoping to see some new growth. I put them under this tree here to kind of block the sun a bit, because the sun is pretty tense. And since these are brand new plants, I'm not ready to expose them to like full sunlight as yet. And I might have to pot this up soon, because already the roots are about to come out of the pot, which is good. I love that. At least I know it's doing pretty well. It didn't drop, it stopped dropping leaves, so I think it's like leveling off now to like hopefully give me some new shoots. Over here, this is the papaya that I dug up from out the yard. So I have currently 5 of them, and I planted one on the land already. So yeah, they're pretty tall. And you know, the mango trees are doing good. The common mango and the big mangoes that they have here in Ghana. Aloe vera looking good. And one of the aloe vera is giving me a new baby right here. I put the stone there because it's a little bit floppy, so I put the stone to stabilize the aloe vera. I didn't upsize. I put some dirt in the bottom, but the aloe vera is not yet ready for another pot. It's not, the roots are not coming through the bottom. But I went ahead and topped it up because it was a little bit sunken. So I went and raised it up by putting some soil in the bottom and brought it back up. I'm thinking about putting all 3 of these lemongrass or fever grass into a bigger pot. So I'm just going to combine them, because the soil in this one it wasn't the greatest. I didn't have all the ingredients when I put these in soil. So I will be putting these into a bigger pot with better soil. Here is one soursop from seed that sprouted in my compost bin. So I took out the seed and put it in a little pot, and it's doing really nice. But I don't know what these were. I don't know if it was a fungal infection or something, but I did spray it with some antifungal. So I'm just gonna watch it and see what it does. And I also found 2 more seeds that sprouted into my compost bin, and that one you can see it's coming up, and there's another one in there. So yeah, I got 2 more soursop coming up from seed. This is my jujube. The jujube looking good. It's growing. I'm standing beside it and it's like at my waist. Well, almost at, yeah, just about my navel button. I'm 5 feet tall, guys. So yeah, they're growing. They're looking healthy. You might see this a little bit shiny because I came out here and sprayed the leaves with my oil organic pesticide spray. And this is my cherry tomato tree. It is really, really tall, guys. Super tall. It is like maybe like 6 foot tall. So right here you can see I have green tomatoes here. I have a bunch here. I have another bunch here. Another one there. More up here. So it's giving me an abundance of fruit. A little bit of fruit over there with some blooms on top. It's a little bit of bloom on top there coming up. Fruit there. Fruit over here. You know, a few little bunches here and there. And this was the first 2 that it gave me, and they're already changing colors. So these are the first 2 that the tree gave me. And they're in, you know, my pot, a bucket, a short bucket. That's not a 5-gallon bucket. That's like a shorter bucket. Yeah. And this is the pepper plant, the McCorney pepper, and I don't know, guys. I don't know if these pepper are gonna give me anything. I'll get to the next one and show you. It's not looking so well, so I don't know if I'm gonna be getting any seeds from these guys or any fruit. My coconut trees are looking good. I need to take them one by one and start planting them on the land. Ginger looking well. And I can see baby ginger in the soil. There's a new rhizome coming up there. And I had to cover some of these ginger with more dirt because I saw like the rhizomes exposing. So I went ahead and covered it up a little bit more. And you know, it's giving me new shoots. You know, there's another little one right there. And over here too, I got ginger. Still got my one sweet potato vine there. This was supposed to be a bell pepper. I don't know what it's doing. And I think another black cherry tomato right there. It's been stuck at that growth for a while, but I noticed that they stuck at that growth for a while and then all of a sudden they just reach for the sky. My star fruit, 1 seed, and I have my, what is that? Is it the soft? Yeah, I got 1 soft guava seed there. It's white, and another white soft guava from seed coming up. And this was the guava that I dug up from in the yard. It's coming along, coming along. Cuban oregano looking okay. My turmeric, excuse me. is doing okay. My wax apple looking pretty. And this is the tomato plant. Yeah, it's been going through some battles, some fungal. I try to pluck off as much leaf as possible, and there was some stuff underneath the leaf, but I treated it. So I don't know, guys. It has some little weird small little leaves. I don't know if I should just trim it back and let it, I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch some videos what to do. Those are my scallions there. I have one coleus under here that I'm keeping it out of the sun. I might have to trim that pretty soon. And in my compost bin, there's some more coleus that I put here. I might have to trim those because I don't want them to get leggy, and I'll get more plants from it. And I'm keeping them out of the sun because it's gonna fade out the leaves. So this is inside my compost bin. I'm leaving these two open because they're just about done. So I'm drying them out currently. This one caught up and just broke down really fast. So I took out like the sticks and twigs, and this is the one that's ongoing. So I'm putting leaves and chicken scraps and stuff in here. And the twigs, I'm taking them out from those and just throwing them in here. So I'm going to cover this one and leave the other two open so they can dry out, so I can bag up my compost and have those ready for when I'm planting. So okay, now so this is the canna lilies. They had a bit of rust on them. I need to treat it some more. I might have to go down and snip this little branch off. I had to snip the leaf off because under the leaf was really bad. But so far these are doing well. These don't have no disease. And it's supposed to be the yellow and the red big flower. Because in where I'm building, they have a lot of canna lilies there. And it's the small little shoots. I don't want those. They're growing wild all over in my community where I'm building. And I noticed there's a little bit of, I don't know, my euphorbia or crown of thorns is, I did the soil like pretty loomy, like, you know, mostly sand, you know, a few amount of sand with charcoal for drainage. And I don't know if it doesn't like my soil mix, or maybe it's still going through a little bit of shock. But the leaves kind of like went like this, curled in a little bit. So I'm watching it to see if it's gonna get better, or maybe I have to intervene and probably go back to the older soil. Okay guys, so everything is catching on well. I'm trying not to let the video be too long. And this is the red hibiscus to the peach one I have over here. And I have this kind of brush. It produces purple flowers. And I have my caladiums along here, and these are doing really well. These are tough plants, guys. They go through some stuff and they bounce right back, and look how lovely they're looking. And I pick up this one from the nursery. I didn't take it out of the bag. It's in a like a little rice grow bag. And yeah, so right now I have, well, 4 different types, and the other one, which is pretty, is giving me problems. Maybe I need to bring it over here and give it some tough love like these guys, because they're surely tough. You know, my traveler's palm is doing good. The Christmas palms are doing good. The coleus, not the coleus, the crotons are doing good. You remember when I took those out of the nursery bags? So yeah, my little Christmas palms that I collected, they're growing. And they're looking really, really good, guys. Look at that. And I have more that I need to pot up because they have germinated. The seeds that I collected, they have germinated. And these plants that I have separated, they're catching on. And even the moss rose. This one is a single petal. The one that I snapped off and put in the pot to catch. See, they're already blooming. So this is the one that came from the mother plant. So this is the mother plant for one of them. And you know, it's a single petal. It's pretty. And this is the other one, single petal. I need to trim these back because these already bloomed. And they have seeds. I tried to catch the seeds, guys, but nothing happened. So I catch them from cuttings. And I have these plants here, they're coming along. And obviously in one of my soil that I repurposed when I was doing the triangularis, this is coming up because I tried to pull out this before and it just, I couldn't find it. It died, whatever I pulled out. So I just left it there and it's been getting sun and it's pretty good. And it's pretty big. Yeah, the leaves are pretty big. So I'm just going to leave it there until maybe when I plant this, it's going to be a partner plant for a while. So remember I bought one of these and I separated them. So right now I have 6. I got 6 plants, guys. So I got 1, 2, 3, and 3 in the bottom, in the back there. And look at these. These have catch on so beautifully. Look at that. I don't know the names of those, but they're pretty low. They're low growing. So yeah, I separated them and look at the color, guys. I love it. And something was chewing on them, but I sprayed it and it's gone. So I'm just gonna have to make sure that I just do a routine spray because caterpillars and the bugs will get to the plants. Look at that. They were chewing on my plants. It looked pretty bad, but it's filling out very well and I love the color. And my amaryllis bulbs, this one is actually shooting a little baby plant right there. And I got this. This is new from the nursery. I like the leaves. I don't know the name, guys. If you know the name, you can jot it down. Just put down the timestamp in the video and tell me the name if you know. And I'm calling this the variegated bamboo. It was looking bad, but now it seems like it's catching on. And the plant here is multiplying and I separated the 2 pups, the 2 babies, the bromeliad, because pretty soon the mom is gonna die. And what I've grown bromeliads before and I don't wait until the babies get super big, almost like the mom. I separate and take it off, because when you try to do that, because eventually the mom is gonna die, when you do that, the mom will try to push out more babies. And sure enough, when I took these 2 off, this guy grew more, and plus there's 1 new baby coming right here, and that's it for now. So it gave me 1 more new baby since I took the 2 off, and pretty soon I'll be taking this one off. I want to get as much baby from her before she dies. Once she starts shooting babies, she's getting ready to die because she already did her bloom in the center, and the bloom in the center is dead. So yeah, my grass is doing well. I need to plant these into bigger pots and better soil because I want to multiply these also, because you can see there's multiple plants in there. So I'm going to try to separate them. If not, I'll probably just wait. See, they're ready for bigger pots. So I need to take them out of these water sachet. And cordyline, they're doing okay. I've been spraying them. Remember the ones with the disease, I put them in a group by themselves. So the newer leaves, they're doing pretty well. It's just the older leaves still have the disease on them. But the new leaves are doing pretty well. Maybe this one might have had something. But it is doing better, the newer leaves. So I've been really spraying, especially the newer leaves, to make sure that disease doesn't spread. I believe I have this guy here. Oh, guys, I forgot to show you this. Look at this plant that I got. I got it with 3 leaves, and look at it now. It's growing so big, and I think it is ready for a bigger pot because I believe the roots are coming out on the bottom. This is the mother plant for the lemon tea fever grass. I believe this is an African lily because when I went to the nursery, he had it in the ground, and he had few of it, guys. And because I'm one of his best customer, and he went ahead and separated it and gave me, and it grows a nice orangish yellow looking lily like flower. So if you look up African lilies, you will see. And I can't wait for this to bloom. And I believe there was a baby coming up beside it, but I didn't separate it. So I'm going to wait until it gets bigger for me to separate it. So this is plants. You buy it once and it keep multiplying. I don't know what these are yet, but I did pot them up and separate them. They're looking good. And this is another coleus that a caterpillar was gnawing on. Damage. Oh, these caterpillars, they will tear your stuff up. And these are some newer moss rose that I'm trying to propagate. This is a mother plant. This is like a double flower. So when these are in bloom, I will definitely show you what they look like. And I got those over there. They're looking good. I'm thinking about maybe trying, I don't know. I don't like to disturb stuff unless I'm going to put them in the ground. I got my little grasses. They need to go in pots because I need for those to spread out so I can multiply them. Because I'm going to use those for ground cover. Got my fern looking good there, and the one that I separated, it's not looking so good. And these here are looking very, very pretty. And I noticed the ones in the smaller bags, they're pretty puny, they're tiny. So I will be potting these up. So hopefully they can get as big as these. And I think I'm gonna check the soil level because these bags are pretty big for these. The bags are bigger. So I think I'm gonna probably raise them up with new soil. So I'm going to probably take it out the bag, put soil in the bottom, and then raise them up and give them a little bit more soil. My variegated canna lily is doing very, very good. She has produced so far 4 babies. I need to come in and separate this one. Look at that one. Look at that one. I've already separated and planted 2 of her babies. And she's giving me another little baby right here. So I need to come in and take this one off so she can keep pushing out more babies. And this one is completely healthy. There is no disease on this one. And I'm curious to see what flower this is. And I'm hoping it's not the small blooms. I want the big petal canna lily. Here is my coleus. I need to step these up into bigger pots. And these need to be trimmed off on the top. Those are part of my propagation, and it came from this mother plant. So I had to cut back the mother plant. She was getting too leggy and I cut it back. So she's doing good. This is the mother plant too for that other coleus. And that one is the mother plant. And this is all our babies right here. And you can see the bloom coming up here. So go ahead and just pinch this off, guys. So whenever I see the blooms, I pinch them off, those seed heads. And when they're getting leggy, I'll definitely cut them. And the more you cut them, the wider they get. They get fuller. And these were some little like rejects, and look how they sprung up. So now I'm gonna have to pot these up. I didn't want to throw them away. They still have some little like woody stick vine, and I put them in here, guys, and there they go. And I have another Cuban oregano that needs potting up in here, and I have a mixture of coleus here. And I can't even remember which one was the mother plant for this type. I believe, ooh, I can't remember, guys. One of these are the mother plant. And I have this one here. I just clipped it. Wow, look at that color. It is so pretty. It's in water. So I'm waiting for it to root so I can multiply. And look at my plant here. It's so pretty. Most of them I don't know the names, guys. And over here, I know this is an hibiscus, and then you have the copper leaf plant there. They're rooted. They're ready for the dirt. They're ready to go into soil, like into the ground. And here's my other type of cordyline, looking good. And you know, I spray them, guys, because I don't want, I know this, it seems like these are just susceptible to disease. So whenever I treat, I just treat. I don't wait for disease to like fully take over. I'm trying to propagate this little, I don't know, it's right here. The mother tree is right here, and it is blooming. It is flowering. So I've snipped off a couple of them and I put them in sun, because you know, sun is my favorite medium to root plants. So I'm just trimming off the top, and I trimmed off some of these flowers. So I'm gonna see if they will catch root, because I see they have them at the nursery. And back here, these are what I need to come and pick up. All of these sprouted Christmas palms. I'm gonna be potting them up in 3s, and I think I'm gonna try 4s. I'm gonna do a couple 4s. There's a few here too that has been sprouted, so I'm gonna do double, triples, and what's that, quadruple. I'm trying to, when I trimmed up the soursop, I took some branches and I stick them in the sand. So I'm hoping for them to root. And I had a sweet sop here that was, it had younger leaves, and then now it's dying back. I don't know what's going on, guys. The sugar apple is hard to catch, and I really would like to have sugar apples. I got a bunch of seeds inside, and I need to throw them in a pot and propagate them. I managed to get a branch from somebody. I stopped and begged them for a limb, and it's not doing so well. So those are soursop that I'm trying to catch. So yeah, guys, back here, you know, these were the seeds that didn't germinate. I'm not going to be planting any more seeds right now because, oh, something came up in here. It's a bell pepper. Okay, I need to water this in. Wow, I didn't know this bell pepper, they take long to germinate. This thing was back there for so long. Wow. All right, so I'm gonna definitely water that guy, and hopefully he'll follow the sun and come back up, because it was the container was tipped over. And I have cocoa peat here that I mix with my soil. So it's coconut fiber that's grinded up, and I will be selling that soon. So if you need any, just let me know. And over here is my fish fertilizer. It doesn't smell anymore, guys. I want to go in there and open it and mix it, and I want to add some more sugars to it, and I want to add some more like that compost mushy stuff to help give it some more bacteria. It doesn't smell from where I'm standing now, so I think it's pretty safe for me to go in there and open it and mix it and just feed it some more microorganism and give it some more sugars. All right, guys. And you know, my poly tank is right here. All right, guys, so that's it for my little container tour and what's going on within my garden. You know, it's really cloudy today. I don't know if it's gonna rain, but I did water my plants because sometimes it looks like this and there's no rain. So I remember I kind of skipped out on a couple of days, and some of my plants kind of suffered for it, but they bounced back. But I'm trying not to do that often because it will weaken the plant. I'm so happy about the variegated canna lily, and I need to go in there and separate that baby. She is getting so big, because when I separated these two, this one was so small, and now it's huge. Look at that. It's pretty. All right, guys, please like, comment, subscribe, and you can share my videos. Tell a friend to come over and subscribe to my videos. You might learn something, or you might teach me something. All right, guys, see you in the next one. Bye for now.